a couple of stories for you, really around the theme of our nervous system feeling safe and when it doesn't feel safe. And yeah, such a reflection of two contrasting times that happened recently. And when I'm talking about safety for our nervous system, not talking about life or death danger, talking about, when it has been activated through an emotional threat that it sees as dangerous, whether that's feeling not enough, whether it's feeling disconnected, whether it's feeling lonely on the outside, whatever it might be. And the first story, I was out and there was like a pop quiz as a bit of a filler, and the question was, which country created International Women's Day? I was like, oh, I think I know this. And someone said Poland, and he said no, but close. I was like, oh, I think it's Germany. And then he said, there's like an east and a west, and I was like, it's Germany. And then he said, it's been invaded a couple of times. I was like, it's Germany. But I could not get those words out, and someone near the front answered correctly, and I was like, oh my goodness, I've missed out on a pair of heart-shaped sunglasses, and I thought, this is going to be a lesson. I am never going to miss out on a pair of heart-shaped sunglasses again. I will speak up. Anywho, a few days later, I'm on a coaching call as part of an event that I am in this month, and Q&A. So there was a member there that asked a question about her business, which is in pelvic health, and the coach was saying that the name of the event, the program, was not reflective on just how much gold and juiciness was in the program. And so in the chat, people were coming up with some suggestions, and I just leant forward and I wrote the new FOMO, fear of missing orgasms, and carried on drinking my tea, and sort of looked back a bit later on to see that it was really popular and had got quite a lot of reaction and things, and that someone on the call had then literally gone and used it straight away on their Instagram, I noticed. And yeah, like, I didn't even doubt, I didn't even second guess it. It just popped into my head. I thought it was great, if I say so myself, and went with it. And I was really reflecting on these two different times, especially because the second story was a bit more juicy, and yeah, as opposed to the first one. And yeah, like, the first event, I was feeling a bit disconnected, a bit on the outside, partly from where I was sitting. I'd found this really comfy chair in the corner, but it did mean that I was slightly removed, and yeah, was just where my heart was at that day. And then comparing that to the coaching call, group of like-hearted women, great vibes, have got to know them over the month. And so, first scenario, nervous system didn't feel safe because of those feelings of being disconnected, feeling a bit on the outside, heart having some struggles, compared to absolutely feeling safe in the second scenario, and was able just to share. And what can happen is that our nervous system can have this kind of low level but high level activation going on, often for days, weeks, months, years, decades, and we don't even realize. And all because it's simply doing its job, simply trying to look after us when it feels on the outside. And often these days it can be from that emotional threat as opposed to, a physical life and danger type threat. Then compare that to when nervous system has got the message that we are safe and we belong, we feel connected, it's feeling regulated, then we do feel able to show up and speak up more and live more true to ourselves. And the goal isn't to have a super calm, regulated nervous system all the time. It's there to protect us. It's doing its job. It's, going between the two of when it does feel like we're in danger and under threat, compared to when it feels calm and regulated. And yeah, so just being mindful of that. And often when I'm working with people and, we sort of discuss just the impact of having a nervous system that is on for a lot of the time, the impact can be huge. And then when we start to look after our nervous system and we start to use different tools and practices and actions that we take, can really help it to regulate, but also to understand that we're not in physical danger anymore. And, it's actually about being compassionate to our nervous system, because it learnt to protect us, and it learnt these different ways of protecting us from when we were very young, and maybe just hasn't got the memo yet that actually we've got more tools now, or we've got different ways, or we've got more understanding of what would be helpful in the moment, or we've got more understanding that actually, we are safe, or that look or that comment or that tone doesn't mean that we're in physical danger. When we can give compassion to our nervous system for simply doing its job, then that can really help things to shift, and for us to actually be able to show up more authentically, to reclaim those parts of us, our joy, our creativity, our playfulness, our sexiness, our energy, our activity, whatever it might be, because when those protection walls are up, then we don't get to experience all of those beautiful things, because our nervous system is just trying to keep us safe. In 21 days, 21 dates, this is what we'll be looking at. Yes, it will be different experiences each day that members get to choose what they want to be doing, but really exploring that idea of why isn't joy happening in the world, in our world, what might be stopping people from doing self-care, what might be stopping people from having adventures, what might be stopping people from creating. And so, yes, we get to experience some of those beautiful things together, be in community, have that alongsideness and feeling of belonging again, and also to understand, what might be stopping us experiencing those things, giving ourselves permission to do those things, so that we can heal some of those patterns from our body, heal some of those protection patterns, heal some of those layers that have been doing their best to keep us safe, but have also kept us away from those things that we enjoy, those things that light us up, those things that we're here to live for and experience. So if this is something that you go, I get it actually, maybe this is the reason why I haven't been able to do regular self-care practices, or haven't felt creative, or haven't felt much joy recently, chances are it's because your nervous system's just been trying to help you live and survive and get by, and is going, we don't have time for all that. We're in danger right now. When you're not in danger, it's just needs some new ways and tools, and to get the memo that actually we are safe, and we can start reclaiming those parts of us. Our fun, our joy, our energy, our creativity, our sexiness, our playfulness, our silliness, our nonsense, our humour. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's all there, and we can find a way back together.